All right. Hopefully everything is working out. I restarted my system just to make sure everything is working great because it was messing up just a second ago. It wouldn't want to take the thing off the screen. Maybe it needed a good reset. So I reset the system. I will. Hola, handsome. What's up, forever? I'll give everybody a sec to jump back on. Great content. Gracias. I appreciate you. Luis, I appreciate you. Shout out to the guys who also comment. Graciela, ¿cómo estás? Ohana, how are you? Sorry, I had to restart the system just because it froze up on me. What's good? What up, bro? How are you? I was into the first question. It was juicy too. Excuse me. Bell's Beauty, ¿cómo estás? How are you? So the first question, we're gonna get right into it just because I did read it and then it's still on the fresh on my mind. So she said that her husband could, like, the intimacy sucks. Great person, intimacy sucks. Always wanted to be cream pied, but obviously dude didn't want to do it, not even by accident. This new guy, also married, that used to be her friends with benefits, gives her amazing intimacy, right? And so now she really craves that from him. And then the guy has the nerve to say that, oh, I can do all this other stuff I can't do with you because I can't do it with my wife. So the problem here is, one, you guys are both cheating on each other, like your guys each other's partners, right? That's the first bad thing, that you guys are doing that. Now, saying that intimacy sucks with your partner, because I guess from both sides they're saying that intimacy sucks, it's because, like, it's either one, they got comfortable with you and they don't really want to try new things, do different things because you probably let them get comfortable, or they were vanilla to begin with. Like, if your partner is vanilla to be, like, in the very beginning, they're not going to get better unless you slightly coach them. Hey, let's do this. Hey, let's do that. Let's try this. Let's include this. Because if you just assuming that they're going to get better, it's not going to happen. So, like, that's another problem right there, is like accepting their vanilla-ness in the very beginning. And we all know there's a lot of people on here who accept their person for being vanilla because they're like, well, they're a great guy. Okay, yeah, but if the intimacy sucks, it's gonna suck later on. It's not gonna get better. So that's why, like, in the beginning, that's when you're supposed to, like, hey, let's try this. Hey, let's do this. You know, let's include. And then that's when you're gonna figure out if they're actually into some of this other stuff. Because if they're not, this person may not be for you, because, you know, the intimacy over time is gonna just be stale and, like, boring, right? Your shirt is dope as fuck. Thank you, Jose. This is the weekend slash Amazon drop. It's official shirt too. Baskin Robbins over here, 31 flavors. See, that's what I like to hear. All these 31 flavors, 32 flavors, and you're choosing vanilla. Okay, so if you're having problems with your intimacy, like with your husband or your wife, whatever the case, you guys need to fix that, because that's what happens right there on that last question, is that you end up stepping out of the relationship and you start, now it's hard to go back. Even she said it in the question. Now it's hard to go back to my man because they tasted this. This is how I want to be disrespected respectfully, right? So, like I said, mentioned earlier, you guys are married. So imagine, like, how your partner would be feeling if they found out. So if it's not working out, maybe fix the relationship, the marriage, and that's fixing it either like leaving or fixing it like staying together. But stepping out of the relationship like this, it's only a matter of time before you're gonna get, like, caught. So just letting you know. All right, next question. Let me look for it. I have a feeling the guy I'm messing with shared videos of us having. Why do men do that? So that's why you got to be careful about who you send it to. You got to be comfortable sending it to them, and you got to be able to trust the person you're sending it to. Don't just be sending somebody something that you just met, because you don't know them. You don't know what their intentions are. Because if they're just there to hook up with you, they'll send it to their boys and be like, yo, check this out, or something along those lines. And if you decide to actually send it, you're willing to accept the risk of that video or photo getting out. Okay, there's so like the internet. We've seen so many people like their photos get leaked, you know, all over social media. So just know if you hit that send button, just know somebody like you run that risk of your images getting out there. So just be careful. Also, Rose says, men who can't keep erections. Okay, so you're gonna love. So I just did a podcast episode about ED, about the erections. Can't keep it hard, can't get it hard. Link is in the bio. Uncomfortable combos. So if you guys want to check it out, it just came out today. So uncomfortable combos. Link is in the bio if you want to check it out. And I have a podcast, or like I have a conversation with a medical professional, Veronica, and she explains everything. Okay. Ways it happens, treatments, things that could like cause it, what causes it, age, all sorts of stuff. So, all right, next question. Watching your videos help finally decide to leave my man of 7 years. I wanted to be choked, slapped, and manhandled, but the only thing he could ever do was F. I was never horny or wet with him, and we went down on me. He completely missed. I thought I was the problem, so thank you. See? And that's what I mean. Well, first of all, we learned that you're... And see, you learned that this person was not for you because like you're wanting this, craving this, but you're getting this, right? And so that's why like I'm glad that you were able to figure out that, hey, maybe this is not the relationship that I'm supposed to be in because it's bland, it's stale, and instead of cheating and stepping out, you were like, we should probably end this. That's why like I like the stuff that we do here because it's gonna help in a good and a bad way. And that's why and what I mean by that is like you're either gonna find out that your person is not for you, and maybe you'll build up that confidence or courage to ask them for couples therapy, counseling, whatever it is. And if that's not the case, then, you know, moving past, because we're only here for a short amount of time. So, or there's also been the people who have actually helped their relationships, you know, and now their, you know, partner also watches the content too, because they start learning new things and they started communicating. I've gotten both. So it's always good. And I'm glad I was able to help. All right, next question. Been with the same man all my life, 20 years. Everything has been good in every aspect, but since I started watching you, I've been curious to try others. If you catch what I'm saying, I'm saying I don't want to step out, but I'm super curious. My advice is if everything is going great with your partner, the intimacy is great, the relationship, like partner-wise, is great. Don't risk it. Don't risk it. Just get a toy. Go over to naughtyscience.com, get a toy. Think of your boy. Just think it's me. Let's fantasize. That's all you need to do. But actually stepping out, again, if you're in a great relationship, don't ruin it. What you should do is encourage him to try new things, do different things. Like if you see something on the videos here, tell him, hey, yo, check out this video. He talks about this. We should try this. Oh, look at this kink. It would be fun. Let's try it. You know, like a quick little message and showing him the video and be like, yo, let's try this. Can go a long way, right? Maybe because you step out of your like relationship, it could be somebody who like, it could be hugely disappointing, and you run the risk of ruining your relationship. So that's what I'm saying. Like, just have your husband, like if he's doing great already in the bedroom, just be like, hey, I saw this video. We should try this. Hey, let's try this. And if he gives you like a little bit of a pushback, be like, yo, I'm trying to keep this interesting. You know, that's what I'm trying to do, is keep it interesting. So if like it, based off of this channel, I've seen that if they don't keep it interesting, spicy, they end up having bad relationships or end up getting divorced, you know, or cheating and stuff like that. I don't want it to be us. So let's try some of these things. Like, let them know why you want to try them, right? So don't step out of the relationship if everything else is great. But if the intimacy sucks with your husband, might want to have that conversation with him too. Like, hey, yo, like, what's going on here? All right, next question. Is it okay not to tell when I come? What is it okay to not tell when I come and just enjoy all of this slippery mess? I mean, of course it's fine not to say anything because like if they don't know, they might just keep going. But at the same time, it's also a huge turn on when the guy knows is like hearing it from you, like they're getting satisfied. So I mean, it could be both, right? Or like if you don't tell them either, depending on the guy, they could probably feel like they're not satisfying you either. You know, be like, damn, I do everything I do, like I do everything, and she never tells me she's finishing. So that's what I'm saying. Like it's a good, I mean, tell them every now and then, or you know, like tell them every now and then, or just just tell them, because I'm as a guy, as a man on the board of men, I like to hear it. So I'm sure other men like to hear it, just because it's more of like a mission accomplished. You know what I mean? Like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, guys do like to hear it, and should you do it? Like, tell them, of course. Like, especially if they're doing the right things. Because if you don't tell them that you're finishing, maybe they're like, well, that didn't work. I'm not gonna do that anymore. So, oh God, he's got to slow down while I'm finishing. All right, hold on. Weekend getaway, stop by a S store to buy some toys and let the fun begin. Absolutely. I saw some of you guys were talking over here on IG about doing a weekend getaway with your man, like just going and getting a bunch of stuff and just having one crazy weekend. There's nothing wrong with that. You know? Like he said, who was that? DB Speed. Go to the toy store, get a bunch of toys, lubes, edible stuff. And then just spend a whole weekend, trying them out. Have a great weekend. Because then afterwards, you're going to be like, damn, I can't believe we did some of this thing. All right, so next question. Wish I can find another girl that's my friends with benefits move out of state. So now I need to find a new squirt girl. See? And that's what I mean. Well, first of all, mainly because he enjoys the slipperiness, the wetness, the waterfallness. Because there's some guys out here who do not like that, which is weird. I don't know, probably broken. But it's something that's really hot, I think. And there's other guys like that. There's other guys that think the same way, that is hot, that is like to see it, like to get the girl to get to that point. So I'm glad there's other men commenting that, and it probably does suck, maybe because the person, his friends with benefits, would do that for him all the time. But then now he has to find somebody else who can do it. And for the most part, a lot of girls can do it. They just don't know how to get there yet, if that makes sense. Because it's not like there's to everybody's body is different, and there's always like a certain way to get there. Nothing better than getting rained on. See, that's what I'm saying. I love that the guys on here are freaks too. So, cause he's like, there's nothing better than getting rained on. Fourth Gen was like, I love being in ocean when I love being in an ocean when I'm down there. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's okay to be that super. Don't be self-conscious. And if there's some guys on here, or like if a guy makes you feel that way, that's the wrong dude for you, because you can't change that. All right, next question. I've been messing around with my sneaky link for 2 years now. We're both in a relationship with someone. I ended up getting pregnant but miscarried. It was a huge mess and we stopped talking. He, however, came back after 2 months. Does he have feelings? This is hard to say because, well, first of all, you guys are both in a relationship, so what are y'all doing? Okay, let me just start there. You guys are both in a relationship, messing around, and you got pregnant, almost gotten caught. So that's just the universe telling you, hey, I'm about to snitch on you if you don't stop. Does he have feelings? Probably not. He probably just came back because he wants your cookie again, because clearly he's okay with having his girl and then having you. And same with you. You're okay with having your man and this guy. So did he come back because he has feelings? The only feeling he had was to slide it in you again. Like, that's the only thing that I can think of, because If he actually had feelings for you, he would be trying to get with you, girl. That's what he would be doing. He would be trying to be with you, not with his girl and then just you on the side. So I don't think he's getting feelings. I think that you're overthinking it a little bit. Maybe you're catching feelings for him, but does he have feelings for you? I don't think so. All right, next question. My sneaky link loves BJ, but he don't want to give me one. Like BJ or like going down? Because I'm just thinking, are you like you got a package down there or what? He said we're not a couple, too much intimacy for some stuffs, even the basics like kissing. By the way, I love the way he loves what I do to him. Girl, stop it. Stop it. If he doesn't want to give you like reverse, give you that same pleasure, don't do it. Like, why are you doing it for him when he doesn't want to reciprocate? Okay, he doesn't want to be doing the same things for you, but because it's too much intimacy, it's too much whatever, but yet he accept it coming from you. Because if he really thought it was too much intimacy, too much whatever he wants to call it, he wouldn't let you do it to him. You'd be like, oh no, that's way too much intimacy. That's for relationship status only. No, it's his excuse to be like, nah, I ain't trying to do it to you. Like, but I'll let you do it to me. And then you continue to keep doing it to him. So that's why he keeps, he doesn't say anything. And you need to stop. That's what you need to do. Like, if you want that from him, stop. And then if he asks, hey, how come you don't do it? Tell him the same shit. That's way too much intimacy for me. That's only boyfriend material stuff. So sorry. So that's why he it's because you give it to him and without him having to earn it. So that's your problem right there, first of all. All right, next question. I'm seeing this guy since May. S is the best, but when we see each other, we cuddle F and he sleep and I work beside him. I work remotely, so I have S between call. Girl. Imagine you go on break real quick, be like, all right, I got a 15-minute break right now, and then you just like roll over to him and be like, yo, give me what I need for my 15-minute break. Get a little pick me up, and then just keep on working. Just don't get caught, because you know how some people, when they work remotely, they forget to turn off the camera or turn off something, and then they start smashing and everybody can see it. You don't want to get fired now, okay? Don't get fired now. But that's there's nothing wrong with that, being intimate like on your breaks or having it all day. But I'll just say this, like, if it's early on and you guys are doing it a shit ton like that, just know it's because it's early on. And typically, for the most part, it doesn't remain like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure a lot of people can agree when they were with somebody and then say they were doing it like 5-10 times a day, but then all of a sudden, like at one point it just went to like only a few times to like one time a day, and now once every now and then. So you just gotta be careful in the beginning. You don't want to like completely empty the tank on each other. You know what I mean? Like, slow it down a little bit, make them earn it. Like make them want it a little bit more, because that can also happen too. Like, it just all this, and then they just get tired of it because they've had so much of it, like when you get full. Just don't get comfortable. Absolutely. Lies, I've been, see, Labubu, I said some people. I didn't say everybody. With my husband for 21 years and he's home, we do it 2 to 3 times a day. See, there's nothing wrong with that, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But some people can agree, because look right here, Steph. Nope, it sizzles down for sure. See, that's what I'm saying. To everybody, it's something different. Just because it didn't happen to you doesn't mean it doesn't happen at all. So that's what I'm trying to say. All right, next question. My husband is very vanilla. As I get older, my kinks get kinkier. I want to get choked, hair pulled, spanked, always toys, tie me up in different places other than home. I want to feel like I might get caught but won't. The thrill is top notch. I have always wanted to get another girl involved. He says no. Girl. girl, you is a freak, and then the older you get, just like a lot of people have sent messages, the older they get, they just get freakier and freakier and freakier. And what's going on here is I feel like your man is not keeping up with you because that's just not who he is, or he just doesn't want to. And then that's something like you have to have a conversation with him and let him know exactly how you're feeling with it. Be like, yo, I'm really feeling deprived of it. I really feel like I want to try this. I want to try that. I want to do this. And if he's not making it, like, tell him, be like, yo, I need you to make this happen because like it's starting to like affect me right now, right? And then it could get worse in the future. And if he's really like if the guy is really into you, he's gonna be like, oh shit, like I gotta change this. Like I didn't know it was such a huge problem. Or you could also slowly start including things. Be like, hey, I got this. Like I wanted to try this. Hey, I got this. Because like that's another way. That's how I got introduced to toys. Was not because I went, it's because she brought one, and I was just like, what is this? Right? And it wasn't nothing crazy, nothing invasive. It was just like the little vibrating thing that goes on the guy, right? And then it's supposed to like vibrate and like feel good for the guy and feel good for the girl, right? Something subtle, nothing crazy, right? And then slowly, like you just start including more stuff and things. You just start doing a lot more, right? So maybe just introducing something without asking him, because if you ask him, he'll probably say no. Because instantly when you say toy, a guy's gonna think, I'm not enough for her. Like, why does she need a toy? Maybe some insecurities. They're gonna think that it's actual like a thing, not like the ring that I was talking about. So that's what I'm saying. Like maybe slowly introduce something. Try different stuff, so that way they can start getting comfortable with trying new things, or even talking with him and asking him like, what is he like? Has there been anything that he's been wanting to try? Because maybe like low key he be like been wanting to do something for a long time, and he just never had was able to muster up and say what that was. Okay. All right, next question. How can I get my hubby on board with having another woman in the bedroom? Want to watch her F him? I want him to watch her and I get down. What do I do, girl? You need to get with that other girl in the last one, because she was like, I want to include another girl, but he says no. You're like, I want to include, like, is that a thing? I want to ask everybody in the chat right now. Is there a lot of girls on here who would be okay with adding another like girl? Because it's been a lot of that, but like, I want to include another girl. Like how many yeses and nos are we gonna get? Okay, that's what I want to know right now. Like, is that a thing? You girls are opening a window for too many regrets. Yes, but with rules, definitely not. So it's a mixture of both, right? And that's what see, I'm glad we're getting some yeses and nos. Yes, no, I don't share another guy. Definitely not for me. No, I don't share. See, and that's fine, and that's fair. And it goes to show you how I tell you guys before, everybody likes different things. And so some people are okay with it, some people are not okay with it. And same with guys. Maybe they don't want to share you either, or they don't want to be with a different girl. So that's why I'm saying, like, if you bring it up and he doesn't want to, like, he doesn't want to, right? But then there's some people that will, that are okay with it. But you just also have to remember, if you include somebody else, the relationship could get weird. Like, what if she gets attached to the girl, or what if you get attached to the girl because of something different, like, and then that could end the relationship because you got, feelings involved. So like, that's why it could get sticky, it could get really weird really fast. So again, this is why you have to have a conversation with your person, your partner, and just be careful about it, because somebody sent a question, and this is why I say is somebody sent a question and they said that they included another girl, and she started getting feelings for this other girl. And then guess what the girl ended up doing? The girl ended up leaving her man for this girl. And so this question was like a few months ago. I remember it because I thought the shit was crazy. And so that's why I'm saying, like, you just got to be careful, because most of the time guys are going to or people would think, oh, it's the guy that's going to like her. It was the other way around. So, but if it's something that you guys both want to try and just say, hey, it's going to be a one-time thing, it could be an option too. So that just comes down to you and your partner. It's not for everybody, and it may be for some people. All right, next question. When your sneaky link links text you, they miss you, do they really mean it? Lately, my sneaky link been acting weird, asking how my day is. I can stay after. He's even asked if I told my friends about him. I ended up cutting him off, and now he's been blowing up my phone. Did he end up catching feelings? Yeah, girl. And see, that's the difficult part about having friends with benefits or a sneaky link situation. It's the same shit. Okay? Somebody might catch feelings. It might be you. It might be them. Which one is it going to be? I don't know. And to me, it sounds like he started to catch feelings. And now that's why he was just like asking you if you talked to your friends about him, you know. And even when you blocked him or like removed him or whatever the case, he just blew up your phone. Clearly, he's catching some sort of feelings. And if you don't have those same feelings towards him, you did the right thing by cutting him off. Because like if you're not into him like that, the best thing to do is not cut him off eventually, but cutting him off right away, because it's only going to get worse, and it's going to be more difficult to cut him off, because maybe later on he gets even more toxic. He shows up to your place and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, so you just got to be careful with the whole sneaky link friends with benefits, because again, somebody usually tends to catch feelings. It may not be you, because you've been through too many heartbreaks right now. You're not looking to be in a relationship, but you just have needs, right? So that's what I'm saying. The other person might catch feelings. They may say they're only looking for a hookup situation, you know, because most guys are just gonna say that. They're not gonna be like, oh no, I'm in the season to catch feelings right now. So. All right, next question. I have a fat and largest lips, and I've always been self-conscious, but my husband loves it. Loves to go down on me every day. It's his favorite thing, and if I were in missionary, he pulls out and runs his up and down and then slides it back in. Girl. No need to be insecure about that at all. Okay, like just because you got a little bit more meat down there doesn't mean anything. Most guys are willing to accept it, and your husband is one of those that is willing to accept it. You know, don't be insecure about it. It's great. Like, especially like you mentioned, you're able to slide it out, rub it in between, because seeing all that visually, that's why your man loves it. I'm telling you, guys are visual creatures. Like, we like to see that, like just rubbing it and then giving it like a smack. You know what I mean? Like, it's hot. And then when you got a little bit more, you know, down there, like you can see the actual, like the lips hugging while it goes in and out. You know what I mean? Like, so there's nothing to be insecure about that. And especially if there's somebody else who has a little bit more meat down there, don't be insecure about it. Don't be self-conscious. Everybody is different. Everybody has it. Comes in different like ways. You know, don't think that, oh, this is what they have on these online videos. This is how I'm supposed to, like, that's the way. No, you know what I mean? Just like the same with guys, it all comes in different shapes and sizes. Like, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. So don't be insecure about it, because I've gotten that question quite a bit. You're like, oh, like, do you think guys think? No, guys love it. You know, and if you have somebody that doesn't like it, that's not the guy for you. Like, trust me, there's gonna be somebody else out there who's gonna be like, girl, I need all that meat, all of it. All right, next question. I was reading a message on like on a question website and saw a man's comment about how the entrance to the V all feels the same, but 3 inches in you can either still feel the sides or some it's like an empty hole the further you go on. Can't touch the sides. Is this true, girl? You're asking. Explore yourself, girl. Because it's not like I can be like, it's true. But do I think it all like slightly different? Yeah, right? Like just like guys. Guys are all, they come in different shapes and sizes. Some of them are like itty bitty. And then some of them are like, god damn, you know, like it just depends. There's some that are like, god damn, but they're like very, you know what I mean? Like they all come in different sizes. So, and I'm sure for the most part, you know, they're just slightly different. It still feels amazing, right? But is there like huge differences? Like this girl has this and this girl has that? I mean, again, I'm not sitting here like exploring in there with my fingers all day. Like, hey, like let me try this out. Hey, oh wow, right? If it feels good, just okay. There's no need to have that conversation. You know what I mean? Like, what's the point of that conversation? Maybe he's just saying that just because he doesn't feel what's inside, right? Like maybe he's having issues feeling inside of a woman because maybe he's not big enough. Because maybe like, oh, I feel it on the outside when it's about to go in, but on the inside, I don't feel anything. So that could also mean like, hey, it's not he doesn't have enough to feel the inside or go deep enough. Okay, so it could be one of those two. So it could be just another excuse of his. Like, you know how some people be making some shit up? Oh, like to make an excuse for him not having enough meat down there. Okay. Kind of like, so the question, one of the questions yesterday that we had for the podcast, right, that came out today about ED. The question was like, the guy takes Viagra, like 20 milligrams of a certain amount. I forgot what kind of Viagra, and I guess it wasn't working. And the guy told the girl that she's ugly. That's why it's not working. I'm telling you, guys be making like putting the excuse on everything else but them. Like I feel like this guy is putting the excuse on women's cats, not the fact that he may not be big enough to be all up in that cat, right? So he's making the excuse to be like, it's not my fault, it's the girl's fault because they're different. They don't feel the right way. You know what I mean? So again, could be that. All right, next question. My dirty little kink is when my man BF me so good, hard, deep, then takes it out with his D, puts it on my mouth while I'm looking at him straight in the eyes. Girl. We love a freak, you know? Like, we love, like, just being intimate, passion, and that's what... Your man loves it. Again, goes back to my point of guys being visual creatures. We love to see things. And so like it being all up in you and then like seeing it go in your mouth, like after it's been all up in you, that shit is hot. Okay? Like as the man on the board of men, I can agree to this, you know, that shit is hot. Like seeing you go down, like after it's been all up in you and then you go down and then you're looking at me, like kind of like you're waiting for my permission to be like, to slide it in. Girl. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, again, men are visual creatures. All right, next question. Why do guys these days show interest first, love bomb the shit out of you, expensive dates, lots of attention just to out of nowhere, and it ends like nothing, wants to be friends, but then MIA. I met him at the gym and I started to think it was all just an effing ego boost for him. Again, it all comes down to the intention of what he originally wanted. So what I mean, a guy knows within the first couple dates, if this is somebody they want to take serious longer term, not wife material, you can't predict that right away, but somebody you actually want to pursue something with, or if it's just somebody you just want to hook up with real quick. And some guys will do the most. Some guys will take you on expensive dates. They'll buy you shit. They want to buy your love fast so they get what they want and then they dip out. You know, because I guarantee you, if he took you to McDonald's, you'd be like, I ain't giving it up to this dude. He took me to McDonald's. But if he takes you to an expensive dinner date, flexes on you a little bit, look where I brought you, get whatever you want, $100 steaks, you know what I mean? Like, now you're going to be like, oh shit, I can get used to this. I want to keep him around. Let me give him the cookie. And then he's like, I got the cookie. It was expensive, but I got the cookie. And then he dips out. Like, guys will do the most to get what they want. So that's what I'm saying. Like, maybe in the future, don't give it up so quick. Actually see what his intentions are. Because there's like this whole thing that was going around that usually by the third date is like when the girl is supposed to give it up, and some guys actually fucking believe this. You should, now knowing that, make him wait a little bit. Maybe make him wait till the 5th, 6th date. See what kind of trooper he is, you know? And again, there's some people who are in it for the long run too. You just don't know. Like, there's no real way of, unless you catch him talking to a friend or something, being like, yo, I'm just trying to get this real quick. Like, it's really hard. Because they're going to tell you what you want to hear. Of course, they're not going to be like, I just want to hook up. And then after that, maybe a few more times, and then I'll dip out. They're not going to tell you that. Like, let's be honest. So at the end of the day, it just comes down to having a little bit of faith and actually getting to know this person. Don't let the red flags become green, become orange. Don't let the boundaries become blurry just because they're good looking or they make a little bit more than most people. So like they're a little bit more financially well off. So again, you just may never know. Ghosting happens like all the time. It could even happen to the most attractive girls. So I got a DM earlier, like a question, and I was gonna screenshot it and add it to this, but I completely forgot. So, and now that we were talking about that, I remembered it. So she said, how is it that a guy will have a girl with like a BBL, like surgeries, looks all pretty, and still cheat on her? Because after they realize all they have is the looks, and that's it, it gets boring real fast. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you guys, like, they're attracted to the looks, but then once they realize that there's not very much in there, they dip out. Because I'm not saying everybody who has a BBL or has had surgeries is not a very smart or educated person. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is that there are people like that as well. And, you know, I'm sure there's some good looking men that you've talked to and you've asked them something. And then when they opened up their mouth, you were just like, what is this, a fucking little kid or what? You know? And you're just like, but you'll stay because he's the good looking guy. But then after a while, you realize there's no substance there. There's no depth to the person. There's nothing, you know, to that person. And you're just like, he's just good looking. And the same thing happens with girls. Like, there's some of these girls who, I'm not saying all of them, okay? Don't come at me. I'm just saying there's some that they can be all pretty, all these surgeries, and then when it actually comes to like their personality and like how they are as a person, like there's nothing there. And so the guy gets bored. Yeah, they want to keep this good looking girl because maybe he gets a lot of people who are like, damn, she bad, you know, and stuff like that. But then in their actual he's like not really into it because he's like, she's good looking. Because I know somebody else who was in that type of relationship. Like, this girl was very good looking. I'm sure any guy would want to get with her. And this guy that I knew was with her, like boring. He's also a pillow princess. Like, she literally just laid there and just like was like do whatever you like, yeah, and made like no noises, no effort. So that's what I'm saying. Like it's sometimes looks can be deceiving. So I thought I would answer that one too because I remember it in the DM. I was gonna screenshot it and add it to this, but I completely forgot. But I remember right now. All right, next question. Been with my husband 6 years. We have a toddler. Lately, he's been getting on a lot on my nerves. We fight a lot. Could I just be over him? Feels more like a roommate. Now, it depends on like how long that is, you know, but I would just say like instead of instantly, you know, have the conversation with him and be like, yo, this is what I feel like, and see what his answer is. You know, maybe he feels the same way. Maybe he feels like, hey, like this ain't it. Like I'm not into this relationship, and you can be like, I'm not into it either. Or he could say something along the lines like, let's fix it. And that's when you get like a counselor involved, therapist, you know, like, and you try to figure it out. The worst thing you can do is nothing. And that clearly sounds like what you're doing right now is just nothing. You're just you're assuming things are going to get fixed, you know, and we had that conversation the other day about assuming. A lot of girls assume things are going to change, assume that, you know, things are going to fix itself. You know, they assume. We need to stop assuming. And you just need to call them out. You need to have the conversation, because the sooner you find out what you guys should do, you know, you're going to waste less time with that person. There's people on here who have spent like 15, 20, 25 years with a person that they should have left 25 years ago. But they didn't because they assumed it was going to work out. So love your shirt. Gracias. I appreciate you. So definitely have that conversation, especially if you feel like roommates. Tell him. He may not even know. He may think that you're good. Like she don't need to be intimate. She's hot. She's happy. She's fine. Right? No, tell him, and tell him how you feel. Okay? The worst thing you can do is not saying anything. All right, next question. My dirty little kink is when he puts me over his lap and he plays with me until I... Girl. I'll tell you this right now. I got a nice little lap right here. I've never done this before. Got a nice little lap right here. So like, if anybody wants to, you know, come and like bend over right here, and we can try this out. You know what I mean? Like over, like on my lap, I'll do my thing, and then we'll see how far we can project the juices if you're picking up what I'm putting down, okay? All right, next question. Men feel they conquered after a woman scores. I took some of your go for advice and tried a choke move on my man. I completely took over in bed. He was rock hard and I blew like a full powered water hose. He sighed, "Oh my God," and I giggled and said high five. He gave it to me and said, "Why?" I said I made you squirt. Oh. See, and that's why I'm saying, like, I know what she's talking about, because on here sometimes you guys ask, like, is it okay for a girl to dominate too? Yeah, that shit is hot too. Like when a girl takes the initiative to dominate, because now you just turned maybe the guy has been dominant the whole time. You just made him submissive because you're just like, he was like, whoa, like what happened? You're choking me? You're throwing me around? Like what is going on here? I don't know what's happening. I kind of like it. We'll see where it goes. And clearly it turned into something great for you guys. And that's how it should be. Like change it up. That way it's not the same every time. And you saw like you water hose down there for you, okay? Water hose, and he probably felt like, fuck yeah. You see that water hose that came out of that bitch? That was me. So that's what I'm saying. Like guys are visual. And also like that's why we had the question earlier, if should you tell the guy that you finished? Yeah, you know, say it like while you're being intimate, because it turns the guy on even more, and then it's like a fulfills them, because they're like mission accomplished. But if you never tell him, he may never know like what he needs to do in order to get to that you know, to get to that O. So I'm glad you shared that. I'm glad you dominated him, like started choking him. So. Great podcast today. Gracias, Mermaid Lady. Shout out to everyone who has listened to the podcast. If you guys know somebody that struggles with ED, or maybe one of you fellas struggle with ED, nothing wrong. As men get older, things happen, bodies change. It's okay. We had a medical professional on the podcast and explain different reasons why it happens and things you can do to make it better. That way you can have some great intimacy like you just heard on that last one. Like, don't you want to be doing that type of stuff? Reach limit of copyrighted music. Like, I'm not even playing music. What are you talking about? Hold on. Is it playing music this whole time and I didn't even know? No, it's not playing music. Freaking, what's it called? IG saying that I was playing music. Like, you fucking crazy, IG. Like, is there music playing? I don't think there's music playing. Yeah, IG be fucking stupid sometimes. That one, you're kind of dumb, IG. Does a guy like to get taught new things in the bedroom? Depends on the guy. Because there's some guys who will probably think that you pulled, like, they'll be like, where the fuck did you learn this move? Like, where'd you get this? It's probably the Super Freak video. Okay, it's probably that one. But hey, it's not even long enough to fucking do that. But guys do like to learn. Like, if you slowly, be like, hey, I saw this. Show them where you got it from. Don't just be like, let's try this, because there's some guys that are gonna be like, where the fuck did you learn this from? Just because like it's something, especially if you're never introducing new things, doing new things to him, and all of a sudden out of nowhere you're just like, look, let's try this move. He's gonna be like, where the fuck did you come with this one? So, like, say you see it on one of my videos, save the video, share him the video, or wherever it is that you get the info from, or like it's a toy that you want to try, screenshot it from the website, be like, let's try, like, let's do this, or this is where I ordered it from because, I saw a video that they said they tried this, right? Because on my IG, on the subscribe thing, I talk about the plugs that go in the, in the booty, right? Like how it's given some people amazing O's. Okay, if you haven't tried that, definitely try it. Especially the vibrator one that I have on my website, naughtyscience.com. Trust me, I'm telling you, it's a game changer. Game changer. So like, maybe that's where you got to like order it and then like be like, hey, they said this is a game changer. Let's try this. And the guy might be like, oh shit, hell yeah, like amazing O's, hell yeah, I want to get you there. So that's what I'm saying. All right, next question. Am I crazy, Edgar, or a person with a different heart? I've been divorced now 4 years. I still think about that man, and I don't date. I don't look. I feel stuck, or it's because I really did love that man. It was along with him, and that's all I knew. I pray so bad my heart heals. Does that make me a weird person? No, absolutely not, because everybody heals differently. There's no right amount of time. There's no right amount like, you do this and this and this. But what I would recommend, just because it is taking you a little bit longer than, most people it takes a couple years, depending, 3 years. And if you still have like really strong feelings for this person, maybe getting counseling, therapy, talk to them, ask them like why you feel this way. And again, there's no right amount of time, and don't feel weird about it. Don't pay attention to somebody like, oh, get over it already. No, it's because everybody loves differently, right? And so you must have loved this man pretty hard, and then so when it was over, I'm sure you took that very hard too, and you're continuing to take it very hard. So that's what I'm saying, like, your best option here would to be get help, meaning like with therapy, counseling, because they're gonna tell you and show you, and they're gonna figure out what is actually like making you feel that way, right? And more than like anything I can say here, because I would just normally just be like, oh, hit the gym, distract yourself, but it's different for everybody. Yes, hopefully you are distracting yourself. Because if you're just going to work and then home and then alone all the time and you just sit there and think about it, it's going to be very difficult to get over that person because you have so much like alone time, so you're not distracted by other stuff. But that's why I'm saying like investing into some therapy and counseling is going to go a long way for you, because you're going to figure out what is actually making you feel like that for so long. Maybe, and it may not even be anything that is relates to that. It could be like some childhood like thing that's making you like not let this person go, right? Something like that. It could be, you never know. That's why you got to go and figure that out. Like I can't figure that out over a question, little anonymous question thing. So next question. Serious question. But are there men out there that could care more about the heart than looks? Because I'm older and I don't have boobs nor a butt, but I have a great personality. How to get someone interested in me when I don't have the looks? Now, you need some confidence, girl. Okay? You need some confidence, because you shouldn't be like, I don't look that great. Why don't I get any? You should be like, these guys are going to love the way I look. And it's just a matter of time before I find the right one, right? Saying like, I'm ugly, I can't find anybody. Like, will I ever find somebody that's gonna accept my ugly? No, that's not the way. Everybody is different. Everybody looks different, right? And trust me, there's gonna be somebody for you, but you just have to have that confidence. Like, don't show it. Like, I can already picture it. Like, you show up to, like, say you go get a drink somewhere, to dinner, like at a bar or something, right? You show up already thinking like, I'm the ugliest one here, so I know nobody's gonna talk to me. I'm just gonna, no, instead of walking in there, be like, yo, like with a confidence, you know, because people can see that, people can feel that. That's why like sometimes some like ladies, you guys love it when a guy is confident, you know, not cocky, confident, right? Because you can, it's very attractive. So same thing with girls, like we love a confident girl, somebody who's because we've all seen, because there was the question, hey, I'm heavier set, like can I get, like, how come I can't get guys? And it could be your insecurity, like, and you're not confident, because I've seen plenty of girls who are bigger, confident as fuck, and be getting guys, okay? Because that's what they're attracted to. They're attracted to the confidence, right? Because you can be like, I know I look good, you know, in a confident way. So, and if you're struggling getting to that confident space, a huge thing that's gonna boost the confidence through the roof is actually being active. Like if you're not active right now, and I'm not saying going hardcore gym, I'm saying like maybe go get your steps in for the day, maybe start running a little bit, maybe start exercising a little bit, you know, nothing crazy, you know, and just start doing that, and you'll see your confidence just boost. So if you struggle just being confident, working out is a great for the self-esteem, great for the confidence, and you'll be able to tell a difference, because I'm sure you've seen it when somebody loses a few pounds, they're like, they feel good. They're taking pictures, you know, they're feeling themselves a little bit because they lost a few pounds, you know, that's that confidence, right? And it's, you can feel it. All right, we're gonna do a couple more questions. Hey, I know a lot of women who watch you a lot, and I like her, but I'm married. I've liked for a very long time, but she's won't give me the time of day. She has a crush on you, and I have one on her. What can I do? She says, not even if I was not married, I would. She wouldn't give me the time because she knows my wife. What do, girl? That's, first of all, she got a crush on me, so it sucks for you, buddy. No, that's a high bar. No, I'm just joking. First of all, you're fucking married, bro. Like, you can only window shop. You should not be messaging this girl if you're married. Like, just the disrespect to your wife, man. How would you like it if she was, you know, reaching out to another guy, saying the same shit, you know, saying that, oh, that's my crush, this is this, you know? I'm sure you wouldn't like it. And she's probably saying no, first of all, because she mine, buddy. No, she's joking. She knows you're married. That's why she's not giving you the time of day, bro. she married, or you're married, you know, and she's like, no, you're married. And so, even if you, for some reason, got out of the relationship, I don't think she would be attracted to you because you were willing. Again, I don't know her. You were willing to step out of your marriage to be with this person, you know? Because it all, oh, like, I don't care that you left your wife. Like, now you're, like, if I get with you, you'll be with me. And now the side piece position is open, right? So now it's getting a little weird. But the biggest thing here is you're married, buddy. You should be, like, if your relationship isn't working, you need to figure that out, whether, like, fixing that or going your own separate ways. But trying to get with somebody else and you're married and she knows you're married, so that's why she's not giving you the time of day. First of all, like, you know, I don't know who it is. Props to her for, like, being like, no. And she has a crush on me, so sucks for you, buddy. All right, next question. One of my favorite things to do is to lay on the edge of the bed as my man F's my throat, all while he's playing with my. I love deep throating his. It's a full arousal for me, girl. Okay, like, that shit is. If you guys have never done the edge of the bed situation, and I'll explain what the edge of the bed thing is for you, right? All right, so the girl is laying on her back. You put her head at the edge of the bed, you know, this is the edge of the bed, you put her head there, you know, so, and so instead of inserting it in her cat, you insert it in her mouth, right? And so it's great for, you know, it going all the way down deep in the throat. It's hot, right? And at the same time, like, I love it because that's going on. You got the titties you could play with. You could reach up, play with her too. Like, this shit is just hot overall. So, and then I'm telling you, it's top tier. And if you haven't done it, definitely go and have your man do it to him. Have your man do it to you, because I guarantee you he'll probably fall in love with it too. He'll be like, oh shit, this shit is hot, right? Like, the edge of the bed. And then, depending on your size, okay, you might be able to make her, like, you have full control, and then, like, you can restrict the airway if you're picking up what I'm putting down, and then, like, make her, you know, happy tears, and then, like, pull out, right? So you can do different stuff like that. Or another thing you can do is, like, while her head is at the edge of the bed, you know, you grab her arms and you hold them to the side. So now she can't even, like, push you away. Like, she's stuck there. It's more like, you'll breathe when I let you breathe, in a good way. Like, this is all, like, not in a bad way, but this is a good way, right? So just that whole dominating thing is hot, you know? Kind of like, I'm gonna slide it in and keep it there, and then I'll pull it out when I want to pull it out, right? And if you can't breathe, that's not my. You be a good girl, and you take it. So if you've never tried it, definitely give it a try. All right, we're gonna do one more. Why after 11 years would I develop the urge to cheat? Oh my God. I've never felt this before. I've had attention from other men, but it never made me feel warm and gooey inside the way it does now. My partner was often caught doing things he was not supposed to be doing, and I just moved past it. All right, next part. I feel so mentally checked out. I love my family, and I've always wanted one family home, and now it's like my man wants to be all over me, and I just feel the ick and annoyed. Help, I'm not sure what is going to save this relationship. So, at first, I was like, why are you cheating? But then, second part, I was like, okay, I get why you're cheating. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying I get why you're cheating. The problem is that you accepted all his cheating, and to the point where you checked out of the relationship. Now you're checked out of the relationship because you let him do all his shit show. You were there. You were willing to stay there, keep the family together. But low-key, you weren't okay with it. Who's going to be okay with somebody cheating on you, right? And so now you're checked out. And he's like, I did my dirt. Now, like, I want you. Hey, no, I want you, just you. You're already out of the relationship. You're already done. You know? And that's what happens a lot with girls too, is that a girl tends to check out of the relationship way before the guy even realizes it. And so I think that's what happened here, that you've already been checked out. So now you want that attention. You want that, to be intimate with somebody else, to be wanted by somebody. It's just not your husband, right? Because you're done with him. He's already disrespected your guys' relationship so many times that, you're just done. And so that's why you need to have that conversation with him, be like, yo, and let him know where you're at and how you feel and what you guys need to do to be moving forward. Because again, I always say I would not want to be in a relationship with somebody who cheated on me, because now in the back of my head, I'm going to be like, did she love him? Are they still talking? Is she talking to somebody else? Like, if she did it one time, will she do it again? You start like with all this in your head, and it doesn't go away. Like, let's be honest, it doesn't go away. Some people just are like, oh, okay, like it'll be fine. But you still think about it all the time, because they'll be like, last time he said he was going to the gym, but he was actually leaving and going with this other girl, and now he's like actually going to the gym, but you're like, are you though? You know what I mean? So like, I would never want to be with somebody who cheated on me. So, and I get it. Like, he kept doing stuff to you over and over and over. And I get you were trying to save a relationship, trying to stay together for the kids, but it got to the point where like, you're just done. And sometimes there's no way to come back from that, right? Like, he's done so much dirt. He's disrespected you so much to the point where you're just like, you're done. You don't want this person. You fell out of love with this person. Just the disrespect that this person has done, and don't feel like you need to stay for your kids too. So like, if you have kids, they would much rather show them two happy homes instead of like one relationship that's not working out. Kids need to see you guys love each other, and that's holding hands, kissing, dates, not like kissing, making out, like showing affection to your partner, because kids pick up on that shit. I'll tell you that right now. Kids will pick up on you not like being loving and affectionate to each other, because now they're gonna be like, oh well, my mom would never, or my parents never held hands or touched each other or kissed each other or anything like that. So that they pick up on it, and so they think that's what a relationship is. You thinking you're saving a relationship, you're actually teaching them the wrong shit. So they need to see you be in a happy, healthy relationship, because then they're like, that's what a happy, healthy relationship should be. Not getting cheated on, not being disrespected, not like showing no affection. That's not a relationship. So, but anyways, thank you guys for jumping on. I still got a shit ton of questions left. We're going to answer a lot more on Thursday. We should be able to finish them up on Thursday. So Thursday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we're going to go live. If you haven't checked out today's podcast episode, definitely go check it out. It's about ED, medical professional Veronica. She was on. She talked about the things like right there, uncomfortable convos, what causes ED, things like to fix it, like different just scenarios, myths about ED, how easy it is to go get checked and fixed. It's not as invasive as some guys think. Where's the podcast? Link is in the bio. It's Uncomfortable Convos. You'll see it linked on there because I have the link tree. And so it'll pop up. It'll take you to the homepage. You click wherever you want to listen to it at, and it'll load it up right there, So again, fellas, I get it. Like, if you're struggling, it's not invasive, and it's actually a lot more common in men than you think. So don't think that if you make an appointment to go see a doctor about this, that you're the only one, okay? And then also, ladies, if if your guy has a problem, send him the podcast, because hopefully it shows them that it's a lot more common than people think. And the worst thing that you could do is not do anything at all. So again, it's okay, fellas, if you struggle down there. Everybody's body is different, and the worst thing you can do is nothing, because it's gonna have a long-term effect on your lady. Because again, I know there's some ladies out here who struggle with that, and the ladies start thinking that it's their fault. Maybe they're not attractive enough. Maybe they're like, they don't see them that way. You know, maybe they don't find them sexy anymore. Like, it starts beating up the girls too. So it causes a lot of relationship problems that could have been avoided if we would have just fixed it in the beginning, right? All right. So anyways, I want to thank you guys for listening, and I will see you guys on Thursday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Let your man, you will be with the Sancho that day. All right. I'll see you guys later.